So you can stand there behind. साधु से हम प्रभु हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे, ज्योतिश्वर प्रभु तेलुगु में ट्रांसलेशन करेंगे. So all Telugu people who wants to have class in Telugu, you can go behind. Okay. So this was the auspicious month of Falgun, and on the day of Purnima, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Lord Shri Krishna appeared in Navadvip Dham under this tree that you all are seeing. When we are there in Bangalore and hear that Lord appeared in Navadvip under a neem tree, it's very difficult to understand. But here, when we see it, it is there. It is there. Lord appeared under this tree. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Ayanya. Radha and Krishna combined together, they appeared just for one reason, to deliver all of us. Lord does not take birth, He appears. And Lord will not appear in any family. Lord will appear in the family of devotees. And Lord appeared in the house of a great devotee who was there in the past in Dwapar Yuga as Nanda Maharaj and his wife Yashoda Mai. They descended before Gauranga as Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, whose deities are there here in the temple. And when Lord appeared in the house of Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, there was a great celebration. And the discussion that was going on when the time came close to his naming ceremony was what name we should give. And since Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, they lost 8 daughters immediately after birth, then the ladies there, they all suggested we should keep his name something related to the neem tree, because neem tree has got medicinal value and there's a high probability that yes, this child will live, this child will sustain. क्या करें, उनको तो पता नहीं, they don't know that he's Supreme Personality of Godhead. So out of love and affection, Sachi Mata and her friends, they gave the name Nimai, linked to this neem tree. And the grandfather of Nimai, after astrological calculation, he gave the name Vishwambhar. So Lord's name is Vishwambhar also. So in this way, this naming ceremony happened here. And this is the place, after the naming ceremony, in the Bengali tradition, this is there where they keep a lot of different items in front. I was reading from Chaitanya Bhagavat what exactly they kept. They kept Srimad Bhagavatam, they kept some gold, they kept silver, they kept some puffed rice. These are different things they kept. And they leave the child. Oh child, go and take whatever you want. And the child, as soon as it was kept down, the little baby Nimai, can you imagine how cute this baby will be? The Supreme Lord in this baby form. He crawled immediately and went and embraced Granth Raj Srimad Bhagavatam ki. And immediately everyone there, they were Jai. This child will become a great devotee. This child will become a propagator of Srimad Bhagavatam. Everyone was very happy. Maybe in Kali Yuga people might not be happy. They might want the child to touch the gold or silver or whatever. But the devotees of the Lord are very happy. And Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata, Nilambar, Chakravarti, they are so happy. Nimai was still in the cradle. He was kept somewhere down. And Sachi Mata went out to do some seva. Same place I'm talking about. And when she went out of this place for some time, small baby Nimai, who has not yet started crawling also, it's described, he got up, he scattered whatever was there in the house here and there. The grains were down, the milk was down, and the curd was down, everything was down on the floor. And when Sachi Mata was about to enter, he went there and slept peacefully. And Sachi Mata came there and she's looking, this is the house, and she's looking around. What happened? What happened suddenly? And at that time they started giving their own purports, own interpretation, what might have happened. A ghost came there And the ghost did all this. They never knew the transcendental personality, who is father of ghost, also is sleeping there. He did that. So in this way, Nimai, very, very naughty, right from the time he was in the cradle. And as we discussed yesterday evening also, this is the place where Nimai would cry. And all the ladies would come together and loudly chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Nimai grew up a little bit, he started walking. One day his father told him, he's sitting out, so his father told him, please get me that book. And little Nimai, the Supreme Lord was always eager to serve his devotees. He ran. Can you imagine someone instructing the Supreme Lord and he running to get it? He ran inside the house and he got the book. But then when he was running, there were sounds of ankle bells. And Jagannath Mishra, Sachi Mata were wondering, we don't put ankle bells at the feet of our child. We don't do that. And they were perplexed to know, where is the sound coming from? And Nimai came running and then he gave the book and he ran away out to play. And Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata were sitting out. They were wondering, ankle bells? Whose ankle bells? No one is there in the house. Nimai does not wear. I wear, but I am sitting here. Where are the ankle bell sound coming from? So they went inside the house, and the same place where all of us are sitting now, there were footprints of the Lord everywhere with the symbols of Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. And Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Mata, they were completely amazed, wonderstruck. And they started speaking to each other. They started telling, maybe our Shaligram Shila has manifested itself and going around. Hari Bol, it's so wonderful. And then they said, we should offer a feast, a nice feast to the Lord. And so they cooked a wonderful feast and they offered it to the Lord. And they were very, very happy that the Supreme Lord is going around in the house. But what to do? Parental affection, they were not understanding. Supreme Lord is their own son, Nimai, Gauranga, Gaurahari. So in this way, many, many pastimes. You remember the snake pastime that I told yesterday? Here only in the courtyard. Here only. You remember the pastime of the Brahmana? Same house. Same house. Oh Bhagya. Somehow ISKCON Whitefield devotees have so much of fortune that we hear pastime and then we verify also. Coming to that place. Hua tha ki nahi? Which is that place? We are so fortunate like that. So this is that same place where all these different pastimes have happened. And when he got married, Lakshmi herself appeared. And it is described, you will hear this pastime elaborately. His Grace Harikshirpa will narrate that maybe tomorrow. Today he'll narrate this pastime. So you see the two deities there? Yes. So one side is Lakshmi Priya, another side is Vishnu Priya. So what happened is that Nimai, who was just 16 if I'm not wrong. So he was going around and then one day Lakshmi Priya was coming from the other side. Nimai is going from this side. And both of them, the eternal concerts meeting for the first time in this Leela. For one moment they saw each other, exchanged the glances and they left. I mean, Kali Yuga nahi hai na? Yes, the boy will sit and then propose and all that. No, they just exchange the glance. Oh, there was one marriage broker who was there. You cannot call this marriage broker a great devotee. What was his name? Anyone? Buddhimanta Khan for Vishnu Priya. So one devotee was there. And that devotee came to Sachi Mata. He was inspired on that day itself. He came to Sachi Mata and he proposed that there is a very beautiful girl and your boy is so wonderful and I feel she is the best match. But unfortunately, just some time back, Jagannath Mishra has left his body. He went back home, back to Godhead in the eternal pastimes of the Lord. So Sachi Mata said, maybe this is not the right time. And this devotee, he was going out And at that time Nimai was entering. And Nimai asked Sachi Mata, and what happened? Why this devotee came? And Sachi Mata said he was proposing that I should get you married to Lakshmi Priya. And then he asked, so what did you say? He said, this is not the right time. So Nimai just said one thing, what's wrong with the match? And he left the place. And Sachi Mata was so happy that my son is so interested to get married to Lakshmi Priya. Immediately the marriage was arranged. And see, we cannot imagine what does it mean to be the wife of the Lord. Very difficult, very difficult. In Krishna Leela, Krishna was just teasing Rukmini. See, I am a coward boy, you are such a great queen. And somehow, unfortunately, I have got married to me. Still time is there, you get married to someone else. Just hearing this, Rukmini Devi fainted. Now literally we cannot comprehend. We cannot comprehend what does that mean to be the wife, a consort of the Lord. And we cannot become, don't think, I'll do intense bhakti and become consort of the Lord. We cannot take that position. That's Mayapur. Therefore, we see that Lakshmi Priya, she had so much of love for the Lord that he went out to some place, to Bangladesh, to do teaching for some time. And Lakshmi Priya was not able to bear the separation from the Lord to such an extent that one day, intensely meditating on the lotus feet of Gauranga, chanting the holy names of Gauranga, she left and she went back home, back to Godhead. Can you imagine the love that these personalities have? She disappeared. And after that, Sachi Mata, she felt that my son should be married. Someone should be there to take care of him. I'm already old. Who will take care of my son? And at that time, the marriage was arranged with Vishnu Priya. So they are the two personalities standing there. So like that we have Lakshmi Priya on one side, Vishnu Priya on another side, and Mahaprabhu is very grave standing there between the two wives, smiling and blessing all of us. And at both the times as a Grihastha, in the same house, Lord would invite a lot of sannyasis and serve them. Can you imagine? Same house. Sannyasis will be sitting. For your information, there was no money in the house, there was no ingredients. And just half an hour before, the message will be sent to Vishnu Priya and Mother Sachi Mata that 20 sannyasis will be coming, keep the prasadam ready. And there are no ingredients in the house. Mataji, what will be your reaction 20 minutes before? Just imagine, so difficult, isn't it? But then Vishnu Priya, Lakshmi Priya, even Sachi Mata, they were so enthusiastic. And suddenly out of nowhere, someone will come and give a lot of ingredients. They'll cook very nicely. Before the sannyasis come, everything is ready. Lord with his wives would personally serve each and every sannyasi in this same place where all of us are sitting. Same place. So this way, this place is very, very special. But what to do? After some time, this place got disappeared. This place was not there. If you'd have come, how many years back? Maybe some 200 years back, if you would have come, you would have not found this place. Therefore, again and again I'm saying how fortunate we are, we're sitting here, we know this is the place and we're sitting here. And one question that we have to ask is that how did this place manifest then? Aaya kaise wapas? All mercy of our acharyas. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, whose Samadhi Mandir we just saw here, this is Pushpa Samadhi. So this Bhaktivinoda Thakur was frantically searching in this entire place, where is my Lord's appearance place? See, when we keep these personalities in the altar, it's not ordinary. We are so indebted to them. Agar wo nahi hote, to ye jagah nahi hota. Can you imagine? So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur was frantically searching. He was having maps with him, and with that he was searching. As Prabhuji mentioned yesterday in the class in the morning, the Chand Kazi Samadhi that is there. So that was one of the landmark. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his son Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, they were roaming around to find the place. And from the other side of the river, when Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was searching for the place, he saw a Divya Jyoti coming from this place. And when they came here, the same place where you're sitting, where nothing was there except tulsi plants everywhere. When he came here, at that time, he started asking everyone about the place. And they said, this place is useless. Many Muslims were there around. Useless. Whatever we sow here, only tulsi comes out. Can you imagine? Whatever other seeds we sow, only tulsi plants are growing here in this place. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, with his analysis, he understood, yes, this is the place. But then, devotees don't depend on their own thought process. Devotees always confirm from their superiors. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur went to his Shiksha Guru, and his name was Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who is also there in the altar. And at that time, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was around 120 years or something like that. And his servant would carry Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj in a basket. He was so weak. Can you imagine going around in basket? And if he has to see someone, his servant would lift his eyelid, and that's how Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj was able to see others. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur invited Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. He was got in the basket. As soon as Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj came here, he jumped out of the basket and started jumping and chanting, Gauranga, 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 Gauranga. And this was the confirmation. Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj confirmed, yes, this is the place. And that's how, by the mercy of our Acharyas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, we have this place. But this place was not up like this. The place was discovered, but it was still in a state where people cannot visit. So at that time, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bimal Prasad at that time, he was there with his father Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Jagannath Puri, which we'll be visiting next year. We'll go to that place also, where they were staying. So they both were there in that place, and there was one person, one sadhu, a known sadhu. He changed the Mahamantra. Instead of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, he concocted his own mantra. Bhaja Nitai Gaur Radhe Sham, Japa Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. When we go to Jagannath Puri, you'll see many places they keep singing this. This Apa Sampradaya, this concocted mantra. Can you imagine our Simha Guru Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur? He was hearing this concocted thing and he was burning, furious. And he just wanted to just finish that person. Literally, he would go and challenge that person face to face. And sometimes he would go to different houses where this mantra would be chanted, and he would go and plead them, this is not the mantra. This is not the mantra. And people would push Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We want to chant this mantra. And this person, that sadhu or asadhu, whatever you want to call it as, somehow even when he was chastised like this, somehow every day he would come and sit in the class of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That is the magnetic power of our acharyas, that even when the person is chastised, still he is coming and sitting in the class. But one day Saraswati Thakur was really heavy and he gave left, right, center in the class only. And there was a huge chaos that happened in Jagannath Puri, and there were plots to kill Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. At that time, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, his father, everyone are able to catch the names that I am saying. Prabhupada's guru's name is? His guru's name? Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. But Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's father's name? And Bhaktivinoda Thakur's guru's name is? Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, they discovered this place. And in one instance, Bhaktivinoda Thakur and his son, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, they were there in Jagannath Puri, and that's what I'm speaking about. So when there was a plot made to kill Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur made a plan and he said that, see, there is no one to take care of Yogapit, construction work is going on, who will take care? So I'm requesting you, you please go and take care. Then comes Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur to this place, and he takes care of the entire construction or getting this entire place up. But it was not easy. It was not easy. Because so many other personalities around, they were telling that this is not the place, and there were many other Apa Sampradayas which were there, and they were revolting against Bhakti Siddhanta and all that was happening. And in such a turmoil, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur survived here in this place, taking care of this place. See, when we have these acharyas in the altar, no, it's not ordinary. Whenever we pay obeisance, we should remember their contribution in our life. Each and every devotee sitting here, we're eternally indebted to them. We cannot repay the debt. Kuch bhi kar lo, we cannot repay the debt. We cannot. Therefore, all these acharyas, they're so great and so wonderful. They got this place up. After this, we're going to go to a place called Srivasangan. That is the place where Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Srivas Thakur's house. So Srivas Thakur's house is there in that place, which will go just after this in some time. So that is the place where all the divine pastimes would take place. Nocturnal kirtans would take place in that place. Every night. One day, in the morning time when the kirtan was going on, amazing Sankirtan was going on. All the devotees in ecstasy. Everyone was chanting loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. I can see some devotees entering Nitya Leela of the Lord in the Samadhi. So huge kirtan was going on, as Prabhuji was telling yesterday the past time, that when the sun would be setting, devotees would curse the sun while you're setting. That was the power of devotees. But one day Gauranga said, why are we wasting time sleeping at night? Can you imagine? This is what Lord said. Why are we wasting time sleeping at night? Let's do kirtan at night also. Raat ko bhi kirtan karenge. And that's how in Srivasangan these kirtans started. Panchatattva would enter that place. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar Pandit and Srivas Thakur's house. All of them, they would enter that place, lock the windows, lock the doors, and ecstatic kirtan would begin. It is described, the place where we're going to go now, that place is not different from the Rasasthali of Sri Vrindavan Dham. So Rasa Leela of Krishna we cannot understand, very difficult. We are Baddha Jivas. We'll misinterpret always, misunderstand. Because when we want to understand the Lord, we get the Lord onto our level and speak and understand. But the same Rasa Leela is Sankirtan that takes place in Srivasangan. Same Rasa Leela, where all the devotees come together and they chant and glorify the Supreme Lord, chanting His holy names. So in that Srivasangan, many wonderful pastimes happened. Many wonderful pastimes. And one of the pastime was, no one can enter that place just like that. No one can enter that place just like that. You should be qualified to enter. But one day when the kirtan was going on in Srivasangan, where we'll visit now in some time, suddenly Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that today I'm not feeling ecstasy. Srivas, unka ghar tha na, to puche, Srivas, is there anyone in the house who is not supposed to be there in the house? And Srivas said, no my lord, it's only your associates around. And still Srivas went around to search, and there he found his mother-in-law hiding and watching the entire dance. Immediately Srivas Thakur, he got angry on his mother-in-law, pulled her out and out. Whenever I say this, I always caution, don't try this at home. So don't do this with your mother-in-laws. Another time, there's another brahmachari who was hiding and was saying that. And Srivas Thakur had allowed him personally. And again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in the middle of the dance, he stopped and he said, nahi, aaj ecstasy nahi aa raha hai, I'm not feeling ecstatic. Someone is there in the house who is not qualified. At that time, this brahmachari who was there, he came out and Srivas Thakur said, oh Lord, he just drinks milk. He does not eat anything, only milk. His entire life he's been drinking only milk. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, just by doing some mere austerities, he cannot enter the close association of mine. And this brahmachari, he was so humble. He paid obeisance to the Lord and he left. And he was thinking to himself that I'm so fortunate So very fortunate, at least I got the glimpse of the divine performance, divine dance in the Sankirtan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was so humble. When he left, you know what Lord did? Gauranga called him back. He called him back and he included him in his association because he was very humble. So just by fasting, just by drinking some milk only, or having one-time food, or rolling on the ground, doing Dandavat Parikrama, this and that will not qualify us to be in the close association of the Lord. But humility will help us to get closer to the Lord. Therefore it is said, Trinadapi Sunichena Taroriva Saishna Mamanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari. Only devotees who are humble and tolerant, giving respect to others, can actually chant Hare Krishna continuously. Otherwise it's very difficult. Very, very difficult. So this brahmachari was there, he was included in that place. In the same house where we were going to go, one day Kirtan was going on. And they're talking about different days, this is night time. And again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu stopped me and said, "Oh Srivas, is there anything happening? Anything happened in this house?" And Srivas Thakur said, "No my lord, nothing has happened." And for your information, just before this talk, when the Kirtan was going on, Srivas heard a crying sound in the house. He went in the inner chambers of the house and he found his only son was dead. So Srivas Thakur's wife, Malini, and others were crying there. And you know what Srivas Thakur said? Srivas Thakur said, "Your crying will disturb my Lord's dance and Kirtan. Stop crying. If you continue crying, I'll tie a stone around my neck and I'll drown myself in Ganga. For me, my Lord's pleasure is more important." Everyone kept quiet. Srivas Thakur went out. At that time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, "Did anything happen, Srivas?" And you know what Srivas said? Srivas said, "Oh Lord, in your auspicious presence, what inauspiciousness can take place?" And again he was dancing, again it was stopped. Then he's asking, "Is there anything that happened?" And early morning, again this question was asked by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And at that time, our Srivas Thakur, he didn't speak, but some other devotee said, "Mahaprabhu, the only son of Srivas Thakur has died." And Mahaprabhu asked, "When did he die? When did he leave his body?" And that devotee said, "Last night." And our Gauranga, he started crying profusely. He started crying profusely that how much my devotees care for me and how much my devotees don't want any hindrance in my pleasure. "Oh Srivas, how can I leave you anytime? Oh Srivas, how can I leave you anytime? You're so dear to my heart." And the same house which I went to visit, there Srivas Thakur, his wife and others were there, and his dead son was there, lying down, the body was there. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his Supreme Lord, he invoked the presence of that child again, and the child got up. And Mahaprabhu asked, "Oh child, why did you leave? See your parents, they're crying. Why did you leave this place?" And the child started speaking philosophy. Second chapter of Bhagavad Gita. "I am not this body, I am spirit soul. Oh Lord, I am your servant. And oh Lord, I am going to the next destination now." And everyone in the family, they were pleased, they were happy, they were pacified, and they did the rest of the things. Same house. In that same house, many times, Lord had come, and various different pastimes were done, where the Supreme Lord had shown his Narsimha Roop, Varaha Roop, and others in the different places. We are going to go to that place. You want to go? Such a glorious place that is. We'll go there and do dancing kirtan. Remembering that it is the same place where Panchatattva would be dancing. Can you imagine our Panchatattva, huge Panchatattva, they're dancing in that place? Even if we enter that, we'll not be seen also. It's a huge in various ways. Therefore, the Srivas Angan is a very, very special place. And somehow, by the mercy of the Lordships, Hare Krishna. Somehow, by the mercy of the Lordships and Srila Prabhupada, we are going to go to that place and we'll sing and jump and dance. And another very important pastime happened there called Mahaprakash Leela. So we'll hear that from His Grace Sudhir Gopal Prabhu. Maybe next day after tomorrow? Thursday. We'll hear from him Thursday. So when he speaks about that pastime, you should remember this is the place, Srivas Angan. Therefore, I'm not touching any of that part of that pastime. So let's go back to that time when Saraswati Thakur came to this place. And it was all forest only, nothing much was there around. And he was staying there. And see, our Saraswati Thakur, he is not an ordinary person. At the age of 6, he memorized entire Bhagavad Gita. And he was that personality. You ask any verse and he can give a class on that. At the age of 6. इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ ना, हमारे आचार्य ऑर्डिनरी नहीं है. We are so fortunate to be part of Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. Sometimes whenever I speak about the acharyas, I always feel, पता नहीं क्या गलती से घुस गए हम लोग इस संप्रदाय में. गलती से, literally. And this personality, for your information, when he came here, he was in a different mood altogether. I'm talking about the time when he grew up. And then he did his various different pastimes. And at the age of 31, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur was there in this place. So after Srivas Angan, we are going to go to that place, which I'm talking about. So Saraswati Thakur had taken a vow. Listen carefully, everyone. What was his vrata? This was in the year 1905, at the age of 31. I am 31. So I can imagine that what does it mean? Because at this age he took a vow. And what was the vow? The vow was every day he will chant 3 lakh names. 3 lakh names. You know how many rounds it means? 192 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra every day. मैं 192 नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं 192 बोल रहा हूँ. 192 rounds every day. And this was there, and along with that he had a vow that in a month he'll chant 1 crore names. 1 crore names in a month. Now I was calculating how much it comes to. So it comes to 5,787 rounds. Now see, if you calculate 192 rounds into 30, so that comes to 5,760. Yes. So he had some extra rounds in his vrata. So 5,787 was the vrata. And if you calculate the everyday thing, it is 5,760. So how many extra rounds? 17. Yes, 87 minus 60. 27 rounds were there extra in a month. Now I was calculating all this, because only this was given that you chant 1 crore names. Now I took calculator and started calculating. Hota kya hai? What does it mean? And this he did not for one Kartik month or something like that. You know for how long he did that? Because his vrata was 100 crore names. So everyday vrata was 192 rounds, 3 lakh names. The monthly vrata was? Yes, that was 1 crore names. And his vow was 100 crore names. And you know how much time it took? 9 years, 4 months. Our Acharya, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, for 9 years, 4 months, he chanted Hare Krishna Mahamantra, 100 crore names, in that place which we are going to visit after going to Srivas Angan. There in that place, he also took a vrata. This is called as eating like a cow. So during this time, there was a vrata that he had took, eating like a cow. Have you seen how the cow eats? It eats once and then chews. So now human beings cannot do this. You put it inside and then you're sitting in the class and you remove and keep chewing. ऐसा अच्छा होता है ऐसा होता तो, but then it's not like that. Our system is not there. So eating like a cow for a human being means you keep your hand behind, both the hands, and then you bend down, and whatever comes in your mouth once, that's it for the day. How much ever you can eat, that's it for the day. Once you come up, done. No eating more. You want to try this today in the lunch? No? Can you imagine? These are our acharyas, Baba. These are our acharyas. Oh, these are our acharyas. So in this way, we have these glorious personalities. I can go on speaking. There's a huge book, 3 volumes given by Bhakti Vikas Maharaj called Siddhanta Vaibhav, Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav, where many things are spoken about Saraswati Thakur. And he is that personality who set up these Gaudiya Maths, 64 Gaudiya Maths in his own presence. He was that only personality who started this concept of sannyas. After Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there was no sannyasis in between in saffron. He started the saffron robes. So we are very grateful, to Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He is that personality who set up the mood of preaching for all of us. He is that personality in the year 1922 in Kolkata, in Ulta Danga Road. He gave instruction to Abhay Charan Babu, that is Srila Prabhupada, our Srila Prabhupada. He gave this instruction that you should preach in English. And that's how in 1965 ISKCON got established. So the root is Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And his Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's Guru Maharaj, his name is Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj. He was next level. Here his glories now. Because the place where we're going to visit, we have Samadhi Mandir of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. We are not going to go and see, some shrine. When you say Samadhi of a Siddha Atma, it means he's personally residing there to give darshan to all of us. So we're going to go and meet our Param Guru Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And in the same place we have the Samadhi Mandir of Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, he was such a renunciant, that for many years he lived, many decades he lived in Vrindavan, and then many decades he lived in Navadvip, nothing in between. And when people would come to him to take blessings, he was nowhere interested to bless anyone or whatever. Because he used to always think, I'm not qualified. He would feel it's a disturbance. So he would shoo away everyone. Go out from this place. One day a couple came to Babaji Maharaj. We will see this when we go to the Godrum Dweep. Maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow, we have Bhajan Kutir of Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. So there when a couple came and they said that we want to give you something, O Maharaj. What would you like to accept? And he said, please hear this. He said, please pass tool outside my house so that other people will not enter and ask me all these different things. Ask for blessings and this and that. And our Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj was so renounced. You know what he would eat? Soaked rice, kacha rice soaked. No cooking. Soaked rice with raw brinjal. Eggplant, raw. This is what he would eat. And with time, because of such diet and such things, he lost his eyesight. So at that time, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they are all connected. All these 4 personalities are connected. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he told that you should go to Kolkata and get your eyes cured. And at that time, Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj said that I'll not go anywhere leaving Navadvip. I'll not go anywhere leaving Navadvip Dham. And if you tell this again, I'll leave this place forever. I'll drown myself in Ganga. This was the attachment of our Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj to Navadvip Dham. See, for us, we don't understand much. Somehow we are here 5 days. But then for these personalities, this place is their life and soul. This place is their life and soul. And before leaving the body, Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj had told that I am an unqualified, contaminated person. So when I die, drag my body in the entire Navadvip and throw chappals on that body. And these some so-called sadhus who didn't understand the essence of the philosophy, who didn't understand the qualification of Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj. When Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj left his body, they all assembled around and there was a fight going on. And you know what was the fight? His body will be buried in my ashram. You know why? So that people would come to see and I'll get some money, in Dakshina. That fight was going on and they all were planning how to drag the body on the street. There was a plan that was going on. At that time, the glorious only disciple of Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, our Saraswati Thakur, Simha Guru, he came there to that place. And there he told everyone standing there, you can touch this body only if you have not associated with any female from last 1 year. And no sadhu came forward. And then again he reduced, he said, no problem. If you have not associated with any female for last 6 months, you can come and touch the body. No one came forward. Again he said, from last 1 month, if you have not associated with any female, they're all sannyasis, dongi sannyasis at that time. You can touch this body. No one came. He said, last 1 week, no one came. Last 1 day, no one came. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said, I am the only disciple. I am the only disciple of Srila Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj, and I have maintained that purity of celibacy, and I have all rights to do the necessary things now. And that's how our Simha Guru, roaring at all these dhongis, he made the Samadhi Mandir of Gaur Kishodas Babaji Maharaj in that place where we are going to visit. These are the glorious places that we are going to visit today. You are interested to visit? Be very eager, and wherever you go, remember these pastimes. And our acharyas have got literally a different power altogether. They can invoke Vrindavan anywhere. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur has invoked Radha Kund and Shyama Kund and Govardhan in that place where we went to visit. So just by touching the waters there, just by paying obeisance and doing parikrama of Govardhan, you're going to get the benefit of taking bath in Radha Kund, Shyama Kund. You're going to get the benefit of doing parikrama of 22 kilometers of Govardhan in Vrindavan Dham. Here it is, just you will finish in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, there you take 8 hours. This is the power of our acharyas. They can create Vrindavan anywhere. And our Srila Prabhupada, he created Vrindavan in the entire world, walking on the footsteps of Srila Saraswati Thakur, which is called as International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And we all are connected to this wonderful organization. So let's pay our obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and start this yatra now. So we'll be having prasad first. With full energy, we'll be doing kirtan throughout, from start to end. And all the devotees should remain with their caretakers. Caretaker should make sure that you're with devotees. In groups, you're supposed to be there, and caretaker should explain the places which I've talked about. And be in the groups, keep doing kirtan and keep praying, and please make sure that you express your gratitude by thanking them. Only because of you personalities we exist here. Yes? So requesting all of you that please express your gratitude, pay your obeisances, and also please beg and pray to them. By mistakenly I got connected to Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. मेरा कोई ऐसा मोड नहीं था, गलती से आ गए. Please make me eligible and